Hyvää iltaa. Minä olen Teemu Kassila ja olen tässä vetäjänä RTVn uudessa sarjassa nimeltään Kohtaamisia. Tässä sarjassa tulemme todellakin tapaamaan erilaisia ihmisiä eri taustoista. Ehkä painopiste kuitenkin on henkisyydessä ja tietoisuudessa. Niin tällä kertaa tulemme kuulemaan haastattelun, jonka käyn Intiasta lähtöisin olevan jogin kanssa, jonka nimi on Kamaleshvarananda Avadhuta. Ja hän edustaa Ananda Marga Jooga-liikettä, joka on kansainvälinen joogayhteisö, meditaatio- ja joogayhteisö. Hello, Dada.
Hi. Hello.
You are called Dada as your nickname, or
Dada means brother.
brother.
So
Okay.
the monk has only one relation with this world, is everybody's brother.
Okay,
Yeah,
very
so-
good. Very good.
That's
So
why it's
I'm
called
your
Dada.
brother as well.
Yeah, everyone is brother.
Good.
Yeah.
Good to know. Yes, maybe we can go a little bit of your, even though you are in monkhood or yogihood, you are not, you have left everything as a personal, you have left behind.
Yeah.
But maybe you can relate to us and tell a little bit to us that where did you come from? Where came your spiritual awakening? And what about before? Were you always spiritual?
Somehow you can say it is a cultural environment that provide that spiritual lifestyle, and it was very much like that where I born. Traditionally, every year the scholars will come to our village, stay for a month, and through stories they will tell many things from Mahabharata, from Ramayana, where there are full of spiritual discourses are there, events are there, ideas are there.
The great books of Vedanta, books of
Hindu scriptures. And in the past, the yogis, those who have realized spirituality, although spirituality is very introvert, it cannot be expressed through the words. But for common mass, to make it easy for common mass, yogis, they have created many stories, many books. And these were created just for the people who can easily grasp those deeper ideas. So these stories has a great impact in our life. And as it exists in social network, every culture, every lifestyle includes all these spiritual aspects in day-to-day life where I born. And that was I never felt that I learned the spirituality, whereas I felt that I grew up with it. And certainly when I came in contact with my guru, then it was more awareness about it.
And when was this that you met your guru?
I met my guru when I was age of 12.
12 years
Yes.
old.
Yes.
And who was your guru then?
My guru was Sri Ananda Murti ji.
Okay.
He is no more in physical body. He left his body in 1990. But before that, I have been working with him for 10 years. And in childhood, my parents came in contact with him. So through them, I came in contact with Guru.
Okay. So, but did you leave your family already at that age?
No, I did not leave my family at early age as 12, but I left my family when I was 21.
And you entered into special training?
Yeah, Ananda Marga has a training center where we are trained we get practical training, and through that then we become a social worker, and we go work for society. We do a lot of charity work, opening schools, children's home, medical center, then through many other cultural activities, cultural platform, we generate awareness in people's life about spirituality.
We in our society, in Finland for instance, we understand a social worker being a little bit different kind of a person, but what is your specialty in your helping profession?
The Ananda Marga, the founder of Ananda Marga, Sri Sri Anandamurti ji, he created a new concept of monkhood. Here, the monk, Ananda Marga monk means not that who goes to Himalaya, sit and do meditation there. But monk means who take a responsibility, social responsibility, and do work for society.
Okay.
So we are, although lead monk life, but we are first known as social worker, then a monk.
And in what way this your dedication to work or helping others, what kind of relationship it has to spiritual development?
Oh, it's tremendous, tremendous. When you do self-service, it makes very easy to move towards spirituality, because when you selfless service makes you easy to move towards spiritual realization. Because spirituality means when your mind becomes boundaryless, there is no limitations, there is no socio sentiments or linguistic sentiment or regional sentiment or national sentiment. When mind breaks these all boundaries, that itself is spiritual upliftment. And when you do selfless service, it's naturally mind evolves, mind develops, mind goes beyond.
You become closer, not centered into yourself, but to world or to others.
Means entire world become your family. And when this concept become a reality in your mind, means you develop that kind of thought. Mind is already vast. Mind is no more thinking in limitations, and that helps a lot. That helps a lot to experience divinity within you.
Can this be dangerous?
Not at all.
I mean, dangerous as when you are actually committing yourself to serving others. Can this be sort of a dangerous development in some kind of society? For instance, in India, because I know that some people have opposed.
This is natural phenomena.
Yes.
This world exists. This world is diverse. Everyone is different. Everything is different, and it's natural phenomena. Even you walk, you may feel that there is no struggle, but you don't feel struggle now in walking because you are habituated with it. But there is opposite force which pulls you back when you walk. But when we were young, it took so much effort to learn walking. So it will remain forever. This world exists because of these two forces, negative and positive. So you cannot expect there is always smooth life everywhere. But when you move on a spiritual path, you become courageous. There is no fear of any struggle or any against force or negative force. It doesn't matter. It makes you more stronger to face it. So the type of lifestyle we have developed, when we have no struggle, we feel life is boring. So a struggleful life make you always alive. You are alive all the time.
But is this,
and that's why our master says, struggle is the essence of life.
Yes. When we look at the society around us, I mean, don't we see that people are not behaving like this, but they are sort of more, centered into their own personal life and comfort.
Better I tell you one story, it will make it easier to understand.
Please.
There was, in ancient time, there was a teacher who used to live in forest. And the many students will come from many different backgrounds. From they were from king's children, princes, or some poor, all background, business people, all background people come to study. But the teacher in Gurukul, where people come to study under the guidance of Guru, they have to live same way. They have to eat same place, same food, same type of dress. They live very common life. So this Guru was leading them very well. Everything was going on very smoothly. Then one day what happened? One naughty child came. Selfish child came, and just one child created so many conflicts there that everyone started fighting amongst each other. And that became headache for the teacher, the Guru. Then Guru started thinking how to change them. So what he did, one day he said, okay, I'm going to cook for you all the best food. And this particular time you all come and sit in a circle, and I will serve the food, and when I tell you to start, then you start eating. So children were waiting for good food. When time came, everyone came, food is ready. And so teacher said that everybody should sit in circle. Everybody sat in circle, and then food was served. So teacher said that now you all will start to eat, but before you start to eat, there is one condition. You can eat, but you cannot fold your hand. So if people don't fold, how they can eat? They can't eat. And then all the children become very annoyed, very unhappy that you cook so nice food, you serve, and then now you put such condition that we cannot eat. So why like this? Then teacher said, look, you all have a wise idea hidden in your mind. And in any circumstances, you can solve your problem, any problem. So if you keep on thinking selfishly, then you cannot solve a problem. You have to be selfless, then you can solve the problem. Then one child got idea that why not we feed others, so everybody will be fed. So they started feeding next to themselves, and everybody is eating. So this simple idea, what it means, that problem is only problem when we have no capacity to think how to solve it. But when there is a capacity to think how to solve it, there is no problem. So here comes that this lifestyle. It helps you to how to resolve problem in society. I mean, many people talk about problems, but we all have to come forward to share something you may be lacking, which I have, something I may be lacking, what you have. So if we share each other, then everybody's needs are fulfilled.
Yeah, I can. Wonderful story, and I can relate to that as well. That how well it describes that together.
Yes,
together. That together we can make it, and we are not going to be starved.
Yes, yeah. Nature is called mother. Mother provide everything before a child is born. Mother is ready with everything. So same way nature is ready in any circumstances. But it is we who, because of selfish reason, we accumulate, so others suffer. Okay. So if this wisdom become a common lifestyle in society, nobody will starve.
Okay, thank you. Can we go now a little bit into more spiritual practices? And perhaps you could introduce a little bit of idea of meditation, and maybe we can talk about asanas as well, yogic asanas. So should we start with the asanas, or
okay, I will say something about it. In our life, we have three aspects: physical body, mind, and spirit. And when mind is related to physical body, then we just think, our mind think about food, drink, sleep, just limited thoughts, limited to these material thoughts. And then when mind little bit get free from this, then mind get involved into more intellectual stuff. And intellectual stuff is to explore many different ideas, invent or explore, do this kind of thing. But intellectual ideas are also very much related to material thing. Like every day there are new cameras coming, new mobile is coming, new computer is coming. So after all, it is material, and it provides you everything what is provided by these all new invention that helps you how to manage this material world. But if you think spiritually, there is no much differences between thinking about food or thinking about camera or television or anything. After all, everything what we think about is material thing. And here simple thing is that there is saying, as you think, so you become. Mind is a changing phenomena, all the time it changes. So whatever idea you give to mind, it takes the shape of it. So if I think all the time about material thing, then naturally mind will associate itself with matter, and so mind takes a shape of matter. Because we don't see, experience thing outside. Everything is recreated in mind. whatever we are seeing now around us is nothing we are seeing outside, although it exists outside. But we receive all the vibration through our senses, and we recreate that in our mind. So we are not seeing original thing. We recreate it within our mind, and we think that we see outside. We nothing see outside. And what we see, where we see, it is not what that exists outside. That is recreation of our own imagination, own mind that we see. So if I think of banana, entire my mind convert into banana, takes the shape of banana. Even you close your eyes, think about any object, your mind recreate it, and you can see within your mind. And that's how we see, observe things. So if constantly we think about any object, then the mind become more and more cruder. So if mind become more cruder, then we go away from consciousness.
Yeah. Is that same as conditioning?
Yeah, you may give any name,
Yes.
conditioning. So, but as we live in this world, we cannot live without a material thing. Material thing is naturally part of our life. So in a spiritual life, spiritual teaching, there are techniques how you can keep your mind with broader thoughts, even though you are in this world, material world.
So what are these techniques?
So one simple technique is that you see everything is a reflection of supreme consciousness. Everything is divine. So if you just take this concept that this glass is divine, this jar is divine, this camera is divine, this table is divine, everything is divine, then narrow thoughts doesn't exist. The idea, the mind, doesn't remain narrow. And naturally when it becomes habit, then you start respecting everything. So because everything is an expression of divine. And that is reality also. That is the reality. Because we human beings have not created anything. We human beings manipulate 5 elements and we can give any shape to it. But we don't.
5 elements.
Five these factors.
Yes.
That is solid factor, liquid factor, luminous factor, aerial factor, and ethereal factor. So everything what we see in front of us, even our body is made of these 5 elements.
Yeah.
So these 5 elements we manipulate and we can create many different things, different objects, but we cannot create 5 elements.
So in your but this is a philosophy of background philosophy of things that you perhaps start to understand when you do these practices. But what practices you do? I mean, can you continue on that?
Yeah. So practices are that in yoga, it is not a new practice. It is 8,000 years old practice. There are many yogis came and they have added many things. But then certain masters, they made it more like a properly organized way to practice. Because if there are thousands way of doing things, in one lifetime is not enough to practice everything. And if we have to go outside to experience something, then there are many paths you can go. But spirit is within us. Spirit is not outside of us, it is within us.
Yes.
And so the movement is introversial. So then we don't need hundreds of paths. What we need to withdraw our mind from diverse direction and concentrate moving towards one pointedness, that is our self, or you can say as a divine, or you can say self, or you can give any name. Now there is no basic, there is no differences between our spirit and divine spirit.
But you do these practices and yogic practices, they include, do you have awareness and practice that brings awareness to chakras, for instance, and kundalini and things like that?
Of course, body is made of 5 elements. So there has to be a controlling point in body which take care of these 5 elements, maintain the balance between these 5 elements, and controls the every element individually. So we call chakras. And so in yoga lifestyle, there are different thing has been given, which if we practice, that keep our body fit. When body is fit, naturally mind is high. When mind is high, then only you can carry greater ideas. So to keep our body fit, there are several things we practice. There is diet. Diet plays great role.
Yes.
So although food, according to time, place and person, it has different impact. Different food has different impact. But if we want to move intellectually or spiritually, then we need such food which doesn't create unhealthy situation for mind to drop to make to let mind go into narrow thinking. So in yoga lifestyle, this type of food are advised, that the food which create less and less heat in body, that food helps mind to keep calm.
What kinds of food? Is it vegetarian diet?
The vegetarian diet. Most of vegetables, fruits, grains, beans, milk product. These kind of food are very helpful to for body and mind. And
so then is it related then to your yogic practices? For instance, the meditation is more deep or subtle, or I mean more.
I mean, if you want to do meditation, meditation is more like concentrated thinking. Concentrated thinking. Yes. Suppose if you want to go to Kampi center and mind is not concentrated, then every step you go, your feet move in different direction. You will never be able to reach Kampi.
That's funny.
Yeah. so thing is that if you want concentration means what? You are moving towards some goal you have fixed. And why you are moving there? Because you feel that will make you happy. And as long we don't make concentrated effort to reach to the point, to the goal, as long we don't reach that point, we will not be happy, because happiness is there. So meditation means concentrated effort. So the mind, when body is cool, when body is balanced, naturally mind become more free to move concentrated with concentration. And so food plays great role. And then but of course the same food, if people eat too much, then it will have same diverse effect. People cannot think well.
Yes, yes.
So food habit should be very balanced, and appropriate amount of food people should consume. Then second step is like body. We work every day. We think, we walk, we sit, we sleep, we do many activities. So our joints, muscles, all get nerves, get exhausted.
Yes.
And that's why we feel loss of energy. So if we do yogic exercise, what it does, it helps two ways. It helps that it balances the hormone secretion, and also it take away the regular pain which comes through our activities, joint pain, muscles pain. It releases from this tension, this pain. So mind feel more comfortable, more calm. So we can think more better way. Yogic exercise make the hormone secretion balanced. So hormone secretion, when it is balanced, naturally mind will be very calm. Because mental thoughts very much related with hormone secretion. For example, if we are sitting very nicely, talking very nicely, and if I use any word which is unpleasant for you, the moment it will enter in your ear, your entire face will become red because it make you angry. So why it becomes red? Because there is chemical reaction in body. That's why face become red, and entire nervous system will shake. This is the impact of hormone secretion.
Yes.
And that's why in yoga lifestyle, every thing has its purpose to create an eternal environment, such environment where mind feel comfortable all the time. Mind doesn't fall or go into cruder thoughts. So mind is able to move in higher thoughts. So for that purpose, these food habits, exercise habit, and then there is there is encouragement from our teachers that we should study or get involved with those thoughts which is beneficial for my personal life and collective life in society. And if we are involved in such activities, such thoughts, that quickly lift our mind high. I give you one example. These are practical things.
Yes.
You just one day prepare a food with full of love, that I am going to prepare some food, and in the street or anywhere I go and I will observe who is needy person, I give them. You try, and how it helps you, how the and you can experience, observe your feeling. It's very, very fantastic feeling. So these are very practical things. If people does this thing, they can see, they don't have to go anywhere to become a spiritual person or have a spiritual realization. They can move, they can feel, and day by day they will feel more encouraged to move in that direction. So happiness is experienced by everyone, but in yogi's life, that state of happiness they are able to keep in that state their mind for longer and longer time. That's the differences. Otherwise, everybody is happy in certain period of time. They experience this happiness, greater happiness, any time, any moment, but they cannot keep on. They cannot hold on it.
What about this way of life that we see so much around us today is called commercial fulfilled life, where we have all kinds of things that sort of attract us. What about, does this bring us to happiness, or is it opposite?
You can observe if happiness comes from a comfortable life where people has everything. I haven't experienced that. I have been working in many countries, the most richest country, most poorest country, but happiness you can find everywhere and nowhere. It depends on a person, how they think. The happiness is not how much we have that provides happiness. Happiness is a state of mind. So whether they are poor or rich, politician or intellectual, whosoever, they can experience happiness any moment, any time, any place. But one thing is that certainly if that environment is created, that kind of psychology is created, where everybody is engaged with some activities which give self-inspiration to do something for others, then people can experience divinity all the time. It remains very normal in life. I have seen many people when they go a certain part of world and they feel so happy, they praise that environment, that how that environment give some greater feeling to them. There are a huge number of videos you can find on YouTube. People express their feeling when they go into particular environment. So spiritual environment, fortunately or unfortunately, it is common in India. I find or in Asia I see it is very common. It is part of culture. So you don't have to go somewhere to experience. Rather, you do it every day. You feel it. You live with it every day. So that kind of environment also exists in this world. But then, sometimes what happens when we get attached to certain ideas or certain object, it's very hard to give up it.
Okay. Maybe we can go back to sort of deeper into meditation.
Yeah.
And focus on things like, is it necessary to use mantra, for instance, for meditation?
Of course. Suppose if you want to go home, you need a vehicle.
Vehicle.
Yeah, you need vehicle. Either your body can be vehicle, or your car can be vehicle, or your bike can be vehicle. Without vehicle, you cannot reach home. So mantra is vehicle. Why? Because mind need some vehicle to carry itself to certain direction.
But as they say in Zen Buddhist saying that finger that points the moon is not the moon. So we should not get too much attached with the mantra either.
Look.
Is it so?
To reach somewhere, moon is not finger. Finger is not moon. But then, why you are pointing moon? To reach there, isn't it? Your aim is moon. Why? Because you want to reach there. So if you want to reach there, you need vehicle.
But you should not get attached with anything. Is it so?
Suppose if you reach home by car or motorbike or bicycle, do you carry your vehicle to your bedroom? No, you leave what was necessary for it, you use, and then you reach your home, you relax. So everything is important. You cannot say it is not important. But after all, why you use vehicle? Because you want to go and relax on your bed, and that is your aim. So everything is important. What is the meaning of mantra? If people define the meaning of every word has been created in this world, they will have no question about it. Mantra means, mana means mind, and tra is suffix, means liberate. So a sound which liberates the mind, that is called mantra. So mantra which leads your mind into that direction, and when you are liberated, the mantra left behind. It doesn't go to your bedroom.
Yes. So, as you say, it is actually vehicle.
It is vehicle.
Vehicle. So, and then we have chakras. That if we say that, or if the yogic tradition and wisdom says that there's with the mantra you waken the kundalini, which is close to your vertebrae, and along the way there are chakras that we are supposed to open.
Yes, in meditation system there is all method exist. There is pranayam, there is tatudharana. These are the practice which help to uplift mind and break these boundaries, which is chakra, which is holding mind around. It loosens and mind move ahead. So chakras are important, important factor. But then people need that kind of practice, which helps mind to uplift. Then there is pranayam. Pranayam is balancing the vital energy in our body. Our body is made of vital forces.
Done with the breathing exercise.
Yeah, breathing exercise. So pranayam helps a lot. So these are like chakra shodhan, pranayam. These are psychophysical exercise. Means it looks like you are doing meditation, but what you are doing this through this practice, that you are creating a physical body. You are creating such a circumstances in physical body, so mind can uplift without any obstacle. And one thing is very important, that many people may say whatever about the spirituality, but without there is a goal. Without goal, nothing exists. And in spirituality, divinity is the goal of life. Reaching to that infinite existence, that divine, is the main aim. Many type of meditation exist. Some people, they don't believe in divine. They do meditation for they concentrate on. Now if I want to do something, there must be why I am doing it. There must be some cause, some reason why I am doing it. I cannot say, oh, I am doing meditation for nothing.
Yes. But I understand that you were talking about this experience of losing the boundaries and becoming one with everything.
Yeah.
Isn't this close to the idea of being already there at the end, where everything was born, and as well everything returns to there?
It takes time for human mind to develop that kind of thinking. we may think, oh, we are divine. It doesn't mean we are divine. But it's possible if every day we think about it, one day we can become. And slowly we will see that that kind of universal brotherhood gets naturally reflected through our habits.
Tästä näemme sen, että tämä on pitkä taival ja meiltä kaikilta menee pitkä aika, jotta voisimme ymmärtää, mistä olemme lähtöisin ja mihin olemme menossa. Tämä on vasta alkua. Tästä se lähtee ja tulemme tapaamaan useammankin kerran. Kiitos seurastasi ja tavataan taas.
I hope people may get some benefit out of our discussion.
Wonderful. Thank you.
So now I'm going to perform 2 exercises. One called Yoga Mudra, which is good for stomach and back. And then second one is it's called Savasana, Cobra pose, which is good for chest, breath and back. So first exercise, and these exercises should be done in empty stomach. So this is called Yoga Mudra. So when we do Yoga Mudra, we breathe in first, and when we breathe, belly should be filled with air. And then when we bend, breathe out. And when we go extreme, by then all the breath should be out, and hold the breath for 8 seconds. Then breathe in, come in normal position. This should be done 8 times, 8 rounds. So this is first exercise. Then second exercise is called Sarpasana. Breathe in and keep on breathing in, and then hold the breath for 8 seconds.
And look up.
And then breathe out and relax. Then again continue, breathe in, breathe out and relax. This also should be done 8 times. And when people practice meditation, meditation also should be done in empty stomach, because once we eat, our system is engaged with digesting food. So our mind has to be present there. Mind cannot concentrate. Mind become very distracted. So when stomach is empty, then mind get concentrated easily. And of course, in meditation there is mantra, and there is how to withdraw our mind for external thoughts and give one thought of divine and moving into that direction. That's meditation. We do. Of course, when people are interested to learn meditation, people should learn from any expert, any teacher, wherever you find. Like I also teach, but I teach what I practice. Same thing I teach. So in Ananda Marga, all the teachers are trained, and we are trained into practice. And the same practice what we do, through our experiences we teach to others. So there is a method which Guru has advised. We follow it and we practice, and through that, whatever experience we gain, through that spirit we teach others. So, and meditation is done always, and there are different lessons, and different lessons are done in different position. So basic meditation is in Padmasana. Padmasana is like this, and then we fold our hand. Backbone is straight but not stiff, relaxed. And then entire process what happens, this when people learn, then we teach them individually. But then position is this, and we do everything internal. There is nothing which is expressed physically. It does mentally. So we can continue meditation as long we can do it. The purpose of meditation that people should come in contact with divine bliss in every meditation. Now it may take 5 minutes, it may take 1 day, 1 hour, and it may not happen even 1 day spending. It depends how mind is focused on. This is the method we practice, we do. Now, if people want to know meditation, how to practice it, because people can see only I'm sitting quiet, but what I'm doing is all mentally I'm doing. So those practices are taught individually to people, those who are interested.